Own Your Story. I'm so excited that y'all are here to learn about what that means to own your story. I just wanted to do a quick introduction. I'm Jasmine. I'm from Detroit. What up, though? I'm very excited to be running the Own Your Story initiative.
We're very excited about the opportunity to work with Tandem Ed, to work with Jasmine on this Own Your Story initiative. As you know, CBMA is about storytelling, right? That's one of the things. And how do we build a new narrative? And so Own Your Story is that initiative where we go deeper. We go back into the neighborhoods and begin to have people create their own narratives.
I'm Brian Barnes. I am co-founder and CEO of Tandem Ed. We are the partnering organization with CBMA. And so part of the Own Your Story is waking us up to say, how do we think about history through a different lens? How do we think about the present through a different narrative? And how do we write the story of the future?
I'm excited to be a part of this process. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Detroit is becoming like second home now. And I'm excited about the opportunity to be engaged in this work called Own Your Story. What does it mean for us to begin to tell our stories about our past, about our present, and about the things that we dream and desire to be for our future, our way, unapologetically, without the influences of those that do not have the best interest of us.
It's really important that we all are gathered here today to share your perspectives and to understand what are the priorities for our city in Detroit and how can we best address those and tell our own story, as we mentioned earlier.
Like you said, they didn't have a place to kind of share, talk, or whatever. Helping them to thrive is creating that space. So just understanding, like in a community, these are the things that are expected, that if somebody is suffering, as a unit, we kind of move to address those, whatever those issues are.
When you think about urban farming in a city like Detroit, right? Community gardens, those kind of things, just make me be proud to be from my neighborhood, from my city.
The way black men get involved, like that's overlooked. I always say that you can drive past a football field on any given day, through football season, and see 30 or 40 black men out there with 100 or so black kids coaching them, and nobody's like documenting that.
That's when I'll get excited about entrepreneurship. When I see more of others in Macy's, and more of us in 313.
I think that's the black man's story. Like we trying to make the game win a shot while everybody's screaming, telling us to miss, and we gotta make it. And we miss it, they're like, man, we know you. Like they're not even considering the pressure, the gravity of this shot. And we got to take this shot day in, day out, every day, day in, day out.
The thing that hurt me most about what happened to Detroit was not the white flight, it was the black middle class flight. Because that was, to me, the linchpin of making Detroit like that Mecca city, right? It was the opportunities that they had achieved through affirmative action, through having years of black leadership, black superintendents, and they were able to get huge contracts because there was a black superintendent, which created a level of black wealth. Black folks that benefited from all this didn't stay to teach the next generation, France Fanon called it class suicide. They didn't stay, they went out and took their wealth and bought even bigger houses, right? Rather than staying here and be like, I'm not gonna buy that big house, I'm gonna stay in the neighborhood, and whatever I do, I'm gonna invest it back in here so the kids can see it.